It's Bob from MTG Realm. I am here with my good friend John. John, introduce yourself, please.
Well, my name is John. I'm coming to you today to talk about the new Commander decks.
Where can we find you at?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've started a new Commander-based blog, talk about deck strategies, deck building, card selection, that kind of stuff. You can find it at commandtower.tk. Or if you are on Tumblr, you can just do a Tumblr search for Command Tower, all one word. Awesome.
And MTG Realm as well. It's on the Blogger as well as Tumblr. And of course, you're probably looking at this on YouTube right now. Anyways, I'm a standard guy. What we have here is a subject matter expert in John. He loves the alternate formats. He loves Plane Chase. He loves Commander. And that's what we're here for today. Commander? John has all 5 of them. Here is all 5. Many Bothans died to bring John these Commander decks right here. And we've got them all. We're going to talk about the Commander decks. Just recently released in November the 1st?
November 1st, yeah.
November the 1st of this year, 2013. There are 5. They're tricolored, representing the old shards of Alera. We've got Bant, which is white, green, blue. Esper, which is blue, white, black.
Yep.
Grixis, which is blue, black, blue, red.
That's correct.
Jund, and I used to play Jund way back then as well. It's red, black, green, and Nea, which is green, red, white. Pre-constructed right out of the package.
Yep.
Again, it's Commander or EDH.
Tuned perfectly to play right out of the package. 100 card singleton decks. They come with the 3 oversized commanders in foil.
As we see here, yeah.
And just ready to go, ready to get you started. Good jumping off point for building your own commander deck.
It's brilliant. Anyways, we are going to have a look at all 5 of them. And here we go. Commander 2013. It comes in a handy box like this. In it, you will find your strategy guide as well as your learn to play guide. And you are set to go. This isn't for beginners.
Definitely not.
No.
I wouldn't start playing Magic here, but it is a good product. I like it a lot.
Great box. Very nice. Unfortunately, you won't be able to keep all your sleeved cards in here.
Deck doesn't fit when it's in sleeves, which is unfortunate, but for storage it makes a nice box anyway.
Anyways, let's start getting into it.
Right on.
All right.
Well, this is
first one.
This is the Evasive Maneuvers Bant deck, and the first commander. This is Daravi. She is the flagship commander for the deck, the one that's on the front of the packaging when you go to open it.
Okay, we got a bant color of green, white, blue here for a flying 2/3, which ain't that bad.
It's already pretty good by itself. The thing that I think makes this really interesting, 2 parts. First of all, for 4 mana, you can put her directly onto the battlefield from the command zone at instant speed, which is really good.
In response to something?
Yeah. Block somebody's creature, play it in response to a spell, something like that. The reason why that really comes into play, though, is her ability here that says when she enters the battlefield, or any creature you control attacks, you tap or untap target permanent.
Nice.
So
you can do a lot of crazy things with that.
Do a lot of things. Well, that's the point of this Evasive Maneuvers. The Bant deck is keeping your opponent off balance, working for yourself, getting your more value out of your cards, and keeping your opponent from being able to really do very much.
Now, that last ability is absolutely sweet. As you know, every time you go ahead and cast a commander, it may get killed off or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes back.
You have to pay 2 more mana every time you recast a commander from the command zone. Which means you'll never have to pay the command tax on her because you'll be able to replay her from the command zone for 4 mana at instant speed forever.
Absolutely beautiful. I really, really like that.
And it doesn't count as casting a spell.
So
you get around
you're right,
spells,
yes.
like that.
Oh, very smart. Okay, next one up, we have Rune of the Hidden Realm.
He's a Rox. He's a Rhino Soldier from Alara, from the Shard. Very much same idea, same theme, although goes about it a little different way. Vigilance and Trample. Pretty good set of abilities together.
Yeah.
And he gets this, the ability for 2 mana, and tapping him, you exile another target creature and return to the battlefield at the end of the at the beginning of the next end step.
And that's a blink effect there, right?
Blink effect. What's really good about that, though, is with the Vigilance, you can swing in, and then before they declare blockers, you can tap him to remove one of their creatures. That just again keeps you a little more unbalanced than them. Keeps some of their abilities not able to go off.
A lot of great utility there too. Perhaps if you had a creature that had an enter the battlefield effect as well.
Yeah, you can do it on your own guys as well. It doesn't have to be your opponent's guys.
No.
Double duty, pretty much the same as this guy. Does 2 things really well.
Brilliant, very nice. And our last commander or potential commander here. Talk to us about this one.
Okay, well, Rubinia is a reprint from Legends, which is a while back. A lot of people probably don't remember that set anymore.
Yeah.
She's a fairy, doesn't have flying, which is kind of unique for a fairy. But she does have a really interesting ability in that she can tap to gain control of something,
Brilliant.
and then choose not to untap during the untap phase of her controller. Which means that as long as you have this thing tapped down, you have control of whatever creature you've taken. So, say somebody's coming at you with a Grave Titan or anything like that, you have that creature and you have all of the benefit from it. Again, just like the other 2, gaining back the benefit of keeping your opponent off balance and using more out of your own resources.
It's great. It's very good. Okay, so let's talk about, well, you know what? Right off the bat, how about the mana? You know what?
Well,
out of 100 cards, the 100 single cards, these decks, well, you're running all 3 colors,
absolutely.
Right?
Your mana base is going to be the main thing you're going to want to worry about.
Yep.
Included with all 5 of these decks is... returning back is the Command Tower, and also new for the deck is the Opal Palace. Command Tower is really, really strong. One of the basically auto-includes in any multicolored commander deck. Just tap to add any mana to your...
if you're playing EDH, that's a card.
Of any of these colors that match your commander. Opal Palace is a new one for this set. It taps to add colorless, which is not great, but you can pay 1 and tap it to add mana to your mana pool equal to your commander's color identity. And if you use that to cast your commander, it comes into play with a number of +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the number of times it's been cast from the command zone.
Wonderful. Yep.
So if you've cast it 3 times, it comes into play with 3 +1/+1
There is a
counters.
lot of benefit to that. Okay, and lastly, do you want to showcase just a couple other cards that really work well with the deck, or maybe something that's really interesting in each deck?
No, for
there
sure.
are some powerful cards in these.
Well, the first one that I was looking at that I really like is Unexpectedly Absent, which is new for this set.
There's a lot of fans who absolutely love that card. One of the new ones.
Very strong card. For 2 white and X, you put target non-land permanent into its owner's library beneath the top X cards of that library.
And you buried it. And you can do that with a commander as well, eh?
You do it with the commander. Perfect way to get rid of a commander so they can't recast it. But it's also good to take care of planeswalkers or things that your colors don't usually take care of.
Brilliant. And that's an instant. That's just great.
Instant speed, perfect.
Yeah.
Second card, Bane of Progress is my personal bane because...
Oh yeah.
I'm a major advocate for using mana stones in your EDH deck and getting more value out of your cards faster.
Right.
But Bane of Progress destroys all artifacts and then puts number of +1/+1 counters on itself for each artifact destroyed.
That could be brutal.
So if somebody's wants to beat me, that's what they play.
Oh yeah. Wonderful. Nice.
And the third card is a card that's returning for this from a previous printing. It's Karmic Guide. Very nice art. That's the Judge promo art for that card.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
It's some very nice art with that. Karmic Guide allows you to take any card, any creature card out of your graveyard and put it back onto the battlefield. And it has Echo, which means that you have to repay for it next turn or it's sacrificed. But the interesting thing about that is if you don't pay it, it sets up a lot of interesting loops by bringing in another card that returns things from the graveyard. So you can bring that in, bring something else in, and then keep returning cards over and over to get more value out of the cards in your deck.
Pro Black. There's also an Echo Cost here as well, eh?
It's a really strong card. While it doesn't have very high physical stats, the ability that it brings to the table is what you really want to look for with a card like this.
Very nice. Anyways, that is it for the Bant deck, which is called Evasive Maneuvers.
Evasive Maneuvers, one of the 5 that's available right now. Super good deck. Very, very useful. Really, really good starting point to build a Bant-colored deck. I wouldn't say that out of the box that it's perfect against a constructed... somebody who's put a lot of time into constructing their own commander deck. But it's got a lot of really good pieces. It's a really good skeleton. It's worth getting to if you want to start playing in these colors.
Brilliant. Okay, well, anyways, look to our websites, and the links are below, for possible suggestions if you want to go ahead and season more for your taste or otherwise improve on it. But anyways, robust.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
All right, that's it for this video, and we'll be coming on back with another one.